Hey everybody, and welcome back to part 2. It is Saturday. We're going to start running some string. I got my batter board set here for this corner post. It's going to be right in here somewhere. And some more batter boards down here on this corner post. Y'all can see, down here. So we'll set 2 strings. One will be from this post right here over to this batter board. And then from that batter board to the one over yonder. And that way we can get this corner fairly well level. We're going to have to, of course, find the square here from this post to this post, get that square, and then get the square here going this way. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to video. My help does not want to be on camera, so I'll video what I can, and we'll let it out the rest. What I'm using for string line is from Empire. I got this at Home Depot, and what I like about it, right there, you don't see much made in America. I try to buy made in America whenever I can. First I'm going to run a string from this post to this post. We're just going to loop around this post and come down to the batter board. And that string's about like chalk line. Apologize for the tractor noise. My mother's putting out ryegrass seeds, probably a waste of time, but we didn't get none out this fall. Alright, so temporarily I'm going to put a screw in the top of this batter board, and we'll figure out which way it needs to go. This screw will be moved wherever we need to go with it. Probably gonna have to move it out a little further. What I'm gonna do is I got to go get up something to mark with, and what we'll do is do the 3, 4, 5 rule down here on this corner. We'll go out 3 this way, 4 this way, and we should measure 5 diagonal. And we'll do, since this corner, this side here is the long side. That thing's this is 20 feet long, and this is over 30 feet long. That way we'll do the 6, 8, 10 rule on this corner. Just make it a little bit more accurate. Let me go grab something to mark with. Alright, so what we're going to do, we'll measure over from this corner 3 feet, and we'll mark this string right here with a Sharpie right at 3 feet, and then we'll move this, mark this corner 4 feet. Alright, so now we'll mark this 4 feet. Damn, I hate these cheap ass tape measures. Things bend on the end, it's crooked. It just does not want to grab. Rolls off. Hate these damn things. But we'll get the old mechanical one out. Usually does a little better. It's 4 feet. We'll give us right here. When you use a Sharpie on this string, it's good to use this orange string because it really pops. That black will pop out on it, and you'll be able to see what you're doing. Alright, so now we need 5 feet from here to here, and really need 2 people helping me. I need one holding the tape measure and one moving the string, but I ain't got nobody right now, so. 5 feet comes way out here, so this string needs to move. Of course, that string there, you can see it's not tight. So we need to move this string over about an inch. Alright, so I kept moving it, and I'm almost right at 5 feet here. But if I move it anymore, it's obvious to me that this post right here is not square with this post in the house, because I'm getting narrower and narrower as I go upside the house. So I would say probably within a ½ inch right there is pretty good. Of course, I got a little bit of movement on this string. You need the strings as tight as possible. These strings are 3 strands, and you know, they ain't the strongest, but I got it as good as I can get it, and I feel pretty good that that's pretty close. I mean, a ½ inch off square on a 20-foot deck, that's pretty good in my book. A lot better than 3 inches. Alright, so next we're going to go ahead and run a string on the upper side. Now I got to find a 20-foot. I got to go down this string till I find 20 feet, and then we'll put a screw in this other batter board and run another line across down to yonder, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I had some help and got this line ran, and I really lucked out on this one because I just had to move this screw about 1/4 inch, square everything up. Post is holes dug. We just got to set this post. I'm going to put about a ½ bag of quick reed around it, and yeah, we're going to take a lunch break, and then we'll get ready for some more. Okay, I've got the second corner up, and I want to run this corner back here, but I can't run it just yet because I'll show you the plans I've drawn. And like I said, this is basically two decks put together. I don't know how good this is going to show up in camera, but these 2 posts right here, these little dark areas or posts, those are existing, and we'll just set this one and this one. So there's going to be another one and another one before we, and then that's going to line up with this deck, and it's going to tie into this deck. So there's 3 rows of posts on it, and basically about every 48 inches on center there's going to be a post. And then of course in these little triangle shaped areas we'll come back and just kind of figure those as we go. Like this one here, it's actually probably going to come way on out further, but until I get these posts around the edges up, I really won't know where to set the other post. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. 48 inches from the outside to the center of the post, and then 48 inches on center, 48 inches on center, 48 inches on center, and then it should give me 48 inches to the outside if this is 20 feet long here. So looks like we got to set 4 posts, and that's what we're going to work on next. Well, after a little while, I got some holes dug every 4 feet, putting a post in, and it's probably a little overkill, but with 4x4s, this big a deck, I don't want to overload them. If I went with 6x6s, I probably wouldn't be so scared to go every 8 feet. But on these, I'm going to put a support post every 4 feet, basically in a grid. 4 foot, 4 foot, 4 foot, 4 foot. And it might be a little bit of difference out here because this ain't quite the same. The width here versus the width here is not the same. But I believe if I drop down to this 8 foot right here, this 8 foot hole, and I go straight across, I believe I'm going to have about 3 inches from this lip right here, so I'll have about 6 inches to the pool. I believe I can just run another post down through there. So that's the hope. Anyway, gotta set some posts. Tomorrow I'll get the tractor out with the post hole diggers and we'll go ahead and dig the post in the middle once I get some string lines run. So stay tuned, I'll bring you back. Alright, so I got all these posts set, and I also set these 2 posts down here, one there and one on the end. I would love to remove this post in the middle of those, but it's concreted, so we'll just leave it and cut it off. That plank there will be the top of the decking, or the top of the joist rather, and the deck will go on top of it. So all these posts will get cut off, even with the plank, and I'll run planking down through here tomorrow. But tomorrow we're going to get in here with the tractor and the auger and dig some holes and finish setting a bunch of posts, because I've got to go get like 32 posts to finish this thing with. So hope you join me for part 3. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying this series, and I'll catch you on the next one.